Right, I thought I'd do this quick video on the Georgia Guidestones. I've just been doing a little investigation into actually where they're located. Now, before I even start this investigation, and I've never looked at where they are before or anything like that, I just knew they're going to be on a ley line because they're granite blocks. And granite runs the frequencies of ley lines. It stores energy and things like that. The main pyramid on the Giza Plateau in Egypt, the big one, above I think it's the Queen's Chamber. Above the Queen's Chamber, there are huge granite blocks, and they're the only place in the pyramid where granite is actually used. And people who study the pyramids, the so-called Egyptologists, the professionals, they've got no bloody idea why these granite blocks are above there. Well, I'll tell you why. Because they store energy and run frequency through them. That's why they were there. I think that the pyramid basically pulled in energy from above and probably from below as well, and then the energy was somehow stored in the granite blocks and then transmitted out and used somehow. Yeah, it was built on the big pyramid was built on the Earth's basically heart chakra at D4. So yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, granite blocks. So I saw this picture the other day. This is quite interesting. If you have a look down here, if you draw a straight line from the Georgia Guidestones to the United Nations headquarters, it's 666.78 miles. So they've got their 666 in there. Fantastic. And actually, the UN headquarters looks like one of the blocks. It's exactly the same shape. And I would hazard a guess that the exterior of this building is probably granite. That this is something I'd need to investigate, but I'm guessing the UN headquarters is granite for the same reasons. It's running the frequencies of ley lines, and basically what will happen is the frequencies of the ley line will go into the blocks, and it will kind of empower the words and make them more manifest, more able to manifest in the world, giving power to the words, which is why it's in 7 different languages, or it was in 7 different languages. It's not there now. So yeah, that's what they're doing. It's like a sort of it's a kind of black magic spell, if you like, trying to impose these commandments on humanity. But obviously someone had a different idea, so they've been blown up. So that's good. So, right, okay. So where actually are the Georgia Guidestones? So if you have a look on a map, they're just above Florida, and if you draw a line just along here, they're just above Bermuda as well. So that'll give us like a reference about the actual location near Atlanta. Okay, so if I just show you this. Now, this is a map of, it's actually the Halls of Amenti, Planetary Interface Gate Map, and Tandem Sextant Grid Keys. And essentially, it's a list of all the planetary ley lines, sort of planetary stargates, and all the interesting sort of energetic sites on the planet. And there's a key down the bottom. All the stuff on the left-hand side is all the good stuff. All the stuff on the right-hand side is all the fallen, Metatronic, artificial crap that's unfortunately that's on the planet. Now, this map, I'll put the link in the description as to where you buy it from. It's well worth. This is actually like a poor quality image of it. You can't if you zoom in, you can't actually make anything out because the image is that poor quality. But I've actually got the original of this as a poster, which I actually bought it off the website. But I can't be bothered getting it out, so I'm just using this image that I've got online. So where you buy it from is this website here, Arhayas.com. You can see that there. Just go onto the main website and you can actually buy it. Obviously, it's copyrighted, so I'll just mention the copyright on the video so I don't get in trouble. So yeah, it's well worth going to buy this map. It's very, very interesting to have access to this information. So yes, so here we go, Georgia Guidestones. So what actually is at this location? So if we have a look, I've actually got a zoomed in version of this map. Now, if you have a look at this green line here, I believe that this is where the Georgia Guidestones were, on the intersection of these two green lines here. So if you have a look, it's just above Florida, and it's also just above Bermuda, as we stated before. So and also this little sort of bit that sticks out here. I mean, this map is like, it's not like a professional sort of atlas map. It's just very basic representation of where all the countries are in the landmass. So it's not like super detailed or anything, but it's the actual it's all the interesting points, energetic ley lines and things. That's what the map is for. So I think 99% it's going to be on this intersection point here. That is where the Georgia Guidestones were. Okay, so what is the significance of putting them there? That would be my first question. Well, look at what line it's on. This green line here, it runs down into Sarasota, which Sarasota is the planetary Grual point. So if you take the Earth's planetary Cathara grid, like the planetary Templar, the very, very centre of that Templar Cathara grid is the Earth's seed core flame centre template. So this is where it's all happening. This is like the centre of the template of planet Earth. This is what like the Holy Grail was, where they were like the Templars were searching for the Holy Grail. It's not the Grail. It's not the Grail. It's the Grual. This is what all these fallen angelics are all fighting over, the Grual point. So that's quite interesting. So the Georgia Guidestones was positioned on the same ley line as the Earth's seed core flame centre template in the Cathara grid. So yes, that is interesting point number one. Now, interesting point number two is, if you follow this ley line to the right, it hits this green triangle. And if you notice on this particular ley line, this vertical ley line running up, there's a series of green triangles. Now, these green triangles represent the Jehovian seals on in the Earth, which are artificially created blockages on axiotonal line number 7 on the planet. So they create nasty blockages. Now, because these are in the Earth's planetary template, that means that human beings have them in our personal templates as well. Because when we incarnate into this planet, or we pick up a copy of the encryption of the Earth's planetary shield. So we have like a down-stepped copy of the Earth's planetary shield in our own personal like templates as well. So we've got these Jehovian seals in our own templates, and yeah, some of them are quite annoying because like you can feel them blocking your template. I have one on the back of my neck and one on the back of my right shoulder blade, which I can feel when these things are running frequencies through the grids, because they like tingle and stuff and cause a bit of discomfort. So these things are not good. They're negative, fallen angelic, artificial implants that aren't meant to be there. They're designed to stop the seed crystal seals from activating during a stellar activation ascension cycle. These Jehovian seals are currently being triggered by the trumpet pulses, which trigger the corresponding Jehovian seal. That's happening at the moment. We're currently running on the planet trumpet pulse 6, which is activating Jehovian seal 6. We're also running at this moment in time Chevron Pulse 6, which is following a few months behind, and it's actually collapsing the trumpet pulse as it goes. Now, what's interesting is, hang on, just let me pull my calendar up. On the, why am I on July? That's not correct. It's November that I'm after. Okay, so November the 8th and the 9th of 2022 is when Trumpet Pulse 6 completes and Trumpet Pulse 7 engages. So on the 8th and 9th of November this year, 2022, this little dude here, this red triangle, Jehovian Seal 7, is going to activate. And it's the final Jehovian seal to activate in this. There's been a process of trumpet pulses over the last 6 or 7 years. Because it's one a year. So this is the final one to go. So this is like the master plan, if you like, of the fallen angelics to basically screw us all over and drag all the quantum of this planet down into black hole fall alignments. So it's very, very interesting that the Georgia Guidestones were positioned on exactly the same ley line as the Jehovian Seal number 7, which is shortly going to activate 8th and 9th of November 2022. So yes, that's interesting. Point number 2. So what's actually happening is the energy blockages of this soon to be activated Jehovian Seal 7 will be running up and down this planetary ley line, and it will be running this way as well. And then the Georgia Guidestones are actually picking up the encryption of this nasty blockage and probably feeding it down into the center core Grual point of the planet, which is also Planetary Stargate 2 as well. Yes. So that's quite interesting as well. Now, if you look at, if you follow the ley line the other way, you get to a big green star with a number 7 by it. So what that actually is it's one of the 12 Planetary Arc of the Covenant Stargates. So it's actually Ark of the Covenant Stargate 7 is what this is. Now, the Ark of the Covenant gate system was put in after the planet got knocked off its axis, and obviously it that disconnected all the natural planetary stargates. So ascension was no longer possible because you need to ascend through the open gates. So when the planet got knocked out of alignment and all the gate systems all got disconnected, they had to install an artificial gate system, which is known as the Planetary Arc of the Covenant gate system. So you can still actually ascend out of here. Now, the Ark of the Covenant gates are going to become very important very, very soon. So I'll just leave it at that. I won't say no more. But yes, so that is also very interesting indeed. So if you actually have a look, where are we? So what are these ley lines here? So the one running horizontally is actually, where are we? Let me just do a little zooming in. So it's actually this one here. This is what we're talking about. So if you have a look here, that is actually LL8, and the other one running vertically is AL2. So if you then have a look down the bottom and see what they are, you've got AL2, which is the second Earth vertical primary axiatonal line, and LL8 is the 8th Earth horizontal primary ley line. So this is like at the intersection point of a horizontal ley line and a primary axiatonal line. So they're basically ley lines that are running frequency through them, and obviously these Georgia Guidestones were designed to pick up the dual frequencies coming through both directions, both cardinal directions, and create like a sort of black magic spell, where these words were given power and they were supposed to manifest, and it was meant to bring these nasty sort of fallen angelic groups on the planet that want to do all these nasty things to us, which were written on there. They were hoping that this was going to like bring their agenda to life, manifest it into reality type of thing, by using the ley line energies to bring power to the words and all that stuff. This is what they do, basically. Not anymore, they don't, because someone blew it up. So yeah. So yeah, when you put all that information together about the fact that it's not only on an intersection of a ley line, well, that ley line is also linked in with the soon-to-be activated Jehovian Seal 7 and Ark of the Covenant Gate 7 as well. So this is all very, very interesting stuff. So the question is, who's blew it up, and what would possibly be their motivation for blowing it up? Well, the first thing was, I've been hearing reports that it wasn't in fact dynamite or some kind of explosive device. Some people are saying it was actually a directed energy weapon, because if you have a look at the footage, they've got footage of the actual explosion, which suggests that the Georgia Guidestones were under 24/7 video surveillance. So yeah, so the question is, well, okay, so if they've got video of the explosion, why haven't they got video of like people creeping around at 3 o'clock in the morning planting explosives? Obviously because those people weren't there. Because if they were, they'd have footage of those people, and they haven't. So yeah, it could. They reckon it was like a directed energy weapon. So the question is, who's got access to directed energy weapons, and why would they possibly want to blow these stones up? So the answer to the first question is some branch of the military has obviously got access to directed energy weapons. Who that actually is and what their motivations were, I've got no idea. But I'll give them a big thumbs up, and I'll buy them a pint of beer if I ever speak to one of them who did it, because it is a very positive thing as far as I'm concerned. What exactly these stones were doing, aside from creating like a black magic spell, I'm not quite sure, but maybe they were linking. I don't like the fact that they were linking Jehovian Seal 7 into the Gruel point and Stargate 2. I don't like that at all. So I'm glad that they've gone. So yes, that's my little investigation into the Georgia Guidestones. So thanks for listening.